Welcome back to the Dargo Show. Today I'm back in Forza Horizon 5 to talk about the new festival playlist. There's a new one released today, and this is like the full-fledged version. The one we got with the early access was a little bit limited. It didn't have like the shop and some other things, and they've changed some things with it that I want to show you guys. They've actually made it quite a bit better, I think. Better rewards. They actually added a point system now, which makes a lot more sense than just kind of guessing how far along you were. So we're going to hop into it right now, go over to the playlist. As you can see, right now we're in the summer season, and we have our 2 car rewards based off of how far you get, which instead of a percentage-based system, now it's a point-based system. And those points actually add up to a total Series 1, which you can see here, you can get 2 more cars if you progress through each of these seasons. And it gives you more of a incentive to get past 50% per season, because you can see 180 points to get that McLaren is quite a few. So you'll have to definitely get through a lot of these to get those final 2 cars, but it's cool to see that you can get 2 legendary cars in the series on top of the 2 that you can get in these, plus you get cars occasionally from doing some of these other events. Like here you can see the Unicorn V2. And then all these new events, they have a point-based system tied to them. So you can see here, this one you get Forza shop points for these events. And then all these, you get, for example, Horizon Arcade, any event, 3 points. And then all these guys with basically the same as Forza Horizon 4, where you get speed zones, drift zones, doing seasonal events. But points-based system is a little easier to keep track of, and there's a lot more events to do. I mean, there's a ton in here. In Horizon 4, it was like just these and like one other race, but these you have new types of events you can do, which is really, really cool. And like the eliminators in here, if you do that, you get a couple of points now. Of course, the monthly rivals is back, and some random ones like smash 100 cacti. That's kind of fun. So it's cool to see that they've updated this and made it like substantially better. Rewards are a lot better, and it's just more worth doing, I think. I do notice that I think they took out a lot of the super wheel spins and replaced them more with just regular wheel spins or money, which is okay. Occasionally you'll get them like this one here, and they're based off of the same 1 week rotation like the previous game, but obviously the seasons will be a little bit different. They're a lot more dynamic, and if you're in the winter season or whatever the snow season is, I guess that's different in Mexico, but you won't have to deal with snow all over the map. It'll just be up in the volcano and the like high mountainous regions. But like storm season will be super cool because you'll get lightning storms. And then, of course, in the dry season, which is winter, you get the dust storms. I think that's dry season. Maybe it's the hot season. One of those two. But there's a lot of super cool rewards in here, and it'll be really fun to go through and get all these cars and try them out. So, actually, since this season is out now, we can just hop straight into this one. I'm going to be doing all these, so I can at least get to that Aston Martin DBS. That's a super cool looking car, and the DeLorean is back, which will be cool to grab that too and upgrade it, because stock, they're pretty bad. And one more thing before we hop into doing that summer season event, you actually get to see what's coming next in Series 2, and this is the holiday special one, and you'll see you actually get different special collectibles now for each season, which is also new to Horizon 5. Before we jump into those races, I want to check out the Forza shop. It wasn't actually working, and okay, still isn't working. So, not sure what's going on there. Hopefully they get that situated in the coming days, but we'll find out what those rewards are later. So just arrived at the first event I'm going to do. This is the Runaway Danger sign, and they have changed things a little bit with as far as how these events go. Now there's actually a car restriction. So you can see here S1900 retro sports cars, and you have to have that car in order to complete this danger sign, plus whatever distance you have to get for the 3 stars. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these events. You can't just pick your fastest car to do a lot of these events. you know, if you were to do like a speed trap or whatnot, they have actual limitations now. Okay, so I'm currently flying down towards this danger zone in my Toyota Supra. I'm gonna see if I can get this on the first try. I definitely did not build this for this certain event, but we'll see how it does. 1,450 feet. Did we get it? We did. Look at that. So that was the first one done. Got a wheel spin for that. We can go in here and it shows that I got 2 points. So we'll go through and I'll get all these other ones done and come back once I get my first car. So I just finished up the last championship. I needed to get all the points for the festival playlist. And keep in mind, if you guys do this one with the classic muscle cars, it rains in every race very heavily. So, you know, usually classic muscle cars, not great with rain. So put some good tires on your car if you do that one. All right, we got the win here. We also got the Gymkhana Hoonigan Hoonicorn. Very nice car. That should be a fun one. Quick little wheel spin here. Almost got the 175K, but RX-7 can't complain. We'll hop in here, and we are about to get ourselves a DeLorean. We're here, and there it is. Redeem prize. Boom. DeLorean DMC-12 acquired. So let's go upgrade this thing. Maybe we'll drive around stock first. It's going to be terrible, but might as well try it, and then we'll do some upgrades on it. Alright, we're in the DeLorean. This thing looks super cool at night. I love the stainless steel in this car. But if we go in and look at the specs on it, it's not great. 130 horsepower, 160 foot-pounds of torque, 2,800 pounds, and that is a 2.8 liter V6. That is very sad. And let's see how this car is. Oh yeah, this is not great. I don't even know that I want to do a race with this because it is like middle of D class, and that is rough. Yeah, no. Okay, we're going to go and hop in and upgrade this immediately, and then we'll do a race with it. See if we can make it a much better race car. Okay, now we're in with upgrades on this car. So, it's mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, so it's a pretty good platform. I think we can make this a pretty solid, maybe like A-class circuit car, street car, and potentially S1. I don't know. We'll see what engine swaps we have here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we got 5 liter V10. Okay, we're starting off big. It's pretty solid. 7 liter V8. Wow, these are massive engine swaps for this car. That sounds pretty nice. 7.4 liter twin turbo V8. Okay, we are in some serious horsepower figures here for this little thing. That is crazy. And 3 liter V8. Oh, that one interesting. So I think we'll start off with a 7 liter V8. Wow, that already puts us in A-class. Okay. Yeah, we'll start with this. We'll see how it goes. This might not be a good A-class car just because of its engine swap limitations, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll go over here. Definitely gonna need some better tires with 500 horsepower. So we'll toss on. Oh, we can get some semi-slicks. I think those will be pretty decent. Definitely need some wider tires. 215s in the front to start with, and 235s in the back. Yeah, that's not enough. 295s it is. It's kind of a shame to take these wheels off. I think I'm gonna leave those. They look pretty sick. We'll make them a little bit bigger though to give them a more modern look. Oh yeah, that helps. Keeping those though. I'm thinking we probably want some aero to handle all that horsepower. That doesn't add any points. That only adds 1 point. Wow, look at that. That was a wild looking diffuser. Usually they're just little canards, but that thing is like a full-blown. That's cool. Okay, put that on, see how it does. And I don't think we need to touch the engine yet.
Okay, Dad.
What? We've got aero on the car. Let's go over here. Definitely gonna upgrade the transmission because I imagine that stock transmission pretty bad. Of course, we got lots of transmission options. Not sure why you'd ever need a 10-speed in this game, but it's there. We're gonna go with the just typical 6-speed race transmission because I think that'll be pretty solid in this car. Over, get ourselves probably a race diff. I think we're gonna need that with all the power we got. Definitely gonna need to upgrade some brakes. Those 1980s brakes, not great. And slap it down on some race springs. Ooh, that looks so much better. It's kind of starting to look like a race car now. Definitely get some roll bars, stiffen it up a little bit. Didn't even have a rear roll bar. Let's see if this helps. So in a lot of these older cars, roll cages didn't used to be that useful in this game, but in a lot of these older cars now, it actually makes a big difference on handling. You can see this improves every single stat on this car. Okay, go. By at least one. So we're out here in the on the coastline, and wow, look at my helmet. That really does fit the whole aesthetic of this car. Anyways, I put a quick tune on this car for a little circuit racing, and we're gonna see how it does. I have no idea. I haven't driven it, so we're gonna find out. Take it out on a racetrack real quick, see how it does. Hopefully it's pretty decent. I'm a little worried about the front splitter. The thing looks really cool, or the front diffuser, not splitter. It looks really cool, but it only gives me 100 pounds of downforce, which is not a lot. It's actually like really, really low, and kind of unfortunate that it looks that good and does that little. But I mean, we're already off to a really good start. That power and those racing slicks definitely helping out here. Let's see how this thing corners though. Okay, okay, yep. Not a lot of grip in the front. Not a lot of grip in the front at all. Oh god, that is kind of tragic. Rear end feels great though, no problem there. Lots of power, pretty good speed, and it looks great doing it. But, man, okay, well, it's a little drifty too, but that's to be expected with 500 horsepower. That's fine. Luckily though, that'll kind of cancel out the understeer, theoretically, unless we get into a four-wheel drift and then just plow in a corner. But on this course, it's doing pretty well. If you can kind of fight the understeer issue initially, this is a pretty solid car. And I mean, look at it. It looks so good. It does struggle a little bit in the top end. I think my top speed is only like 160 miles an hour with this build, but if you're doing it for circuit racing, it's not bad. And like you guys saw, this thing has a ton of really high power engine options. This engine doesn't have any upgrades on it, so it's not that fast yet, but I mean, all the engines for this are just crazy high power. So if you want to make this an S1 or an S2 car, that is definitely in the realm of possibilities. Is it going to handle good with that much power? I don't know. It doesn't have a wide body kit, so you can't get like super fat tires on it. So it might just be a like spinny drift machine, but hey, that's pretty cool. Drift DeLorean. Maybe we'll go through and do that upgrade path later on. Maybe in one of my other challenges. But as we come into third lap here, obviously first place. I don't have drive tire set like super high because I don't think they've fixed the issue where the first place driver tire will be 20 seconds ahead of everybody else. So you have to leave the difficulty like 2 notches below unbeatable to even have a chance against the AI. But that is definitely a fix that they've mentioned that they're working on, so hopefully it gets done soon. They did release a statement about an update that they had to push back, I think related to the multiplayer, which is unfortunate because the multiplayer is still a disaster. But at least this car isn't a disaster. We've made a pretty solid DeLorean here. So next up, I'll be working on getting that Aston Martin and getting all those points, so then we can get that fully upgraded season or series 1, so we can get those 2 legendary cars too. But that's all we had time for in this one. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm trying to grow the channel quick and make it big in Forza Horizon 5. It'd be super cool too. And stay tuned for my next videos.